voltage regulation in synchronous, I'm not going to discuss voltage regulation again because already we are discussing here in transformer, no, so we need not discuss voltage regulation in synchronous fashion. In alternators we need not, because alternator or transformer or DC generator, ultimately they are generators. Okay, so transformer from a secondary side is a generator, alternator is a generator, and DC generator is a generator. For generator, at no load some voltage will be there, at loaded condition some voltage will be there, so voltage variation will be there, so voltage regulation will be defined for generators. Now if you think of motors, in motors what will be there? Speed regulation will be there. Okay, means at no load my motor might rotate at one speed, at loaded conditions that particular speed might be reduced, that particular reduction in speed expressed as a percentage of rated speed or base speed is going to be speed regulation. So for generator voltage regulation will be there, and for motor speed regulation will be there. Okay, anyway, voltage regulation for all generators. And transformer, and transformer is going to be only one topic only. Okay, now see here, first of all let me divide transformers into two. Okay, normal transformers, let me classify into two. One is distribution transformer, another is power transformer. Okay, see, because the purpose of defining voltage regulation for distribution transformer is different, and for power transformer it is again different. Okay, now let me think of distribution transformer. Distribution transformer, what is distribution transformer? Meaning that whatever may be the transformer which is supplying power to your home should be distribution. Basically three transformers will be there, I'll tell you. Generator will be there, no? Generator, alternator will be there. Immediately after alternator or generator transformer will be there. And after that, whatever the power is being supplied to your home will be by distribution transformer, except generator transformer and distribution transformer, remaining all are going to be power transformers. Okay, see here in distribution transformer, see, if I have one distribution transformer and this distribution transformer output will be directly connected to your home. Okay, if I think of this as distribution transformer, my load is going to be variable or not? Load is going to be variable. Now, means distribution transformer or voltage regulation, if you see, people say that maybe voltage variation from no load to full load, means in that way no load to full load should not be defined for distribution transformer. No load to full load should not be, what do you say, defined for distribution transformer. Why? Because my distribution transformer output is going to be variable. My distribution transformer can work at half full load. My distribution transformer may work at full load. My distribution transformer may operate at 0.8 power factor lag, or my distribution transformer may operate at 0.5 lag also, because my loading conditions of the distribution transformer will be decided by load. Now if I think of power transformer, okay, let me compare, because the purpose of defining voltage regulation for both of them is going to be entirely different. Now if I think of power transformer or alternator, okay, now if you think of power transformer catchment area is going to be more. Okay, for example, if I have 10 distribution transformers, now if the 10 distribution transformer, for the 10 distribution transformer, if power transformer is supplying power to them, then in one of the distribution transformer load variation might be there. One of the distribution transformer load might be shut down. Okay, some part of the load might be shut down, but in another distribution transformer load might be increased. Okay, such that if you consider power transformer, in power transformer out of 10 distribution transformers, in distribution transformer load variation can be more, but if you think of power transformer load variations will be less. Okay, so in power transformer load variations will be less. Or we can say that maybe if I have maybe 10 distribution transformers which are connected to power transformer, in that power transformer load variations will be less, because distribution transformer load variation will be more, because my distribution transformer is directly connected to the load. Okay, but if you think of power transformer, load variations will be less, or else I can say power transformer will almost always operate at full load. Almost always operate at full load. This is because of the reason in your power system faculty will tell you that is called as because of diversification factor. Because of diversification factor, which is not required for time being. Okay, for power transformer, almost always load is going to be full load. And if you think of alternator, okay, because we are going to have alternator, voltage regulation of alternator. Okay, so if you see voltage regulation of alternator, in defining voltage regulation of alternator, it should be defined from no load to full load only. No load to half full load voltage regulation will not be there for alternator, because once alternator is connected to infinite bus. Okay, once alternator is connected to infinite bus, my alternator can supply power to entire grid, entire India. So means at one place, maybe I'm in Telangana now. In Telangana, if some load is decreased, maybe in Kashmir load can be increased. Okay, so one alternator, once it is connected to national grid, always it will operate at full load. Always operated full load. Okay, now if I see what is the definition of voltage regulation, no load to full load only should be defined for power transformer. No load to full load voltage variation only should be defined for alternator. But if you think of in distribution transformer voltage regulation should be defined from no load to any load. No load to any load. Okay, because my distribution transformer practically can operate at 0.5 power factor lag, or can operate at half full load, can operate at 3/4 full load. So if my distribution transformer is operating at half full load, you are supposed to calculate voltage regulation at half full load, voltage regulation at 3/4 full load, voltage regulation at full load also you should be able to calculate. But if you think of alternator, means in alternator we are going to have EMF method, MMF method, ZTF method, so many methods are there. While deriving voltage regulation by using any method, voltage regulation will be calculated only for full load condition. Okay, that is clear. Now second thing is, see in just a minute guys. Now let me think of power transformer. In power transformer, let me think of this is 11 kV. Okay, and here let me think of this is 33. Single phase equivalent, let me consider that way. Okay, so when you supply 11 kV, 33 kV is going to be the output at no load condition. Now if you think of full load condition, okay, if you think of it is operating at full load, if you think of you are operating at full load, now if you think of distribution transformer, terminal voltage can be reduced. But if you think of power transformer, the moment taps are changed at loaded conditions also 33 kV can be maintained or not. Okay, see in a practical case of transformer, power transformer, or in a practical case of alternator, for example, in practical case of alternator, what is going to happen? If you see, means this is going to be alternator. Now for that alternator, at no load condition, if it is 11 kV, at no load condition if it is 11 kV, now at loaded condition you are going to have field here. Okay, this is going to be field here. Going to be N pole, S pole, rotation is going to be in this direction. Now at no load conditions it is 11 kV. Now if I think of loaded condition, if I think of full load condition, okay, so from no load to full load voltage might change, but do you allow it to happen? No, you are going to change field current. For example, you are going to increase field current in order to maintain 11 kV only, independent of loading condition, because field current variation will be there in your hand. If you increase field current, automatically terminal voltage, whatever may be the dropped voltage, can be compensated or not. Yes, can be compensated. Now if you think of power transformer, in power transformer also at no load 33 kV, At loaded conditions, definitely series branch impedance will be there. So because of series branch impedance voltage drop, terminal voltage might change, but do you allow it to happen? Do you allow it to happen? No, you don't allow it to happen. Why? Because you have control over tap changer. Now if you think of distribution transformer, okay, in distribution transformer, are you going to have taps? In distribution transformer, are you going to have taps? No, we are not going to have taps. Okay, at least on load tap changers will not be there, because for power transformer, operating engineer will be there. Power transformer, very big transformer, means bulk of power is going to be transformed. Okay, so the moment bulk of power, one operating engineer will be there. That operating engineer will maintain the steps. That operating engineer will maintain the steps. But if you think of distribution transformer will be thrown adjacent to the roads. The moment they are thrown adjacent to the roads, okay, now who will be there to go there and to change the taps? No, nobody will be there. Nobody will be there. At the same time, automatic on-load tap changes we are not going to use. Why? Automatic on-load tap changes, obviously they will be costly. Okay, so the moment they are costly, we cannot use. The moment they are costly, we cannot use for distribution transformer. Okay, so point here is terminal voltage can be maintained independent of loading conditions in power transformer by varying taps, in alternator by varying field current. But if you think of distribution transformer, terminal voltages are going to be directly varied. Okay, so 2 points we understood now. First point is, means my loading conditions is going to be varied in distribution transformer. So my distribution transformer may work at full load, may work at half full load, may work at low load, may work at 3/4 full load. Okay, so in defining voltage regulation for distribution transformer, we should design that, or we should define that in such a way that that particular definition for distribution transformer should fit into no load to any load. Okay, and second thing here is, see here, if you think of power transformer, the moment you have control over the taps, automatically terminal voltage can be maintained. Now, next thing is, see here, what are the types of loads we are going to have? We are going to have incandescent lamps. We are going to have induction motors. Okay, see here, if I have incandescent lamp, okay, if I have incandescent lamp, now see here, the moment voltage is reduced, okay, what is incandescent lamp? It's a resistance, that's it. So it is going to be kind of incandescent lamp. It's going to be incandescent lamp. Ultimately, this is going to be just a resistor. Okay. Now, if you supply less voltage, if you supply rated voltage, then rated electrical power will be absorbed by that. Now, that rated electrical power will be converted into heat energy. That heat energy, because of that heat energy, this particular filament will go from normal conditions to red hot conditions to white hot conditions. At white hot condition, it is going to emanate light. Okay. Now, if you supply less than rated voltage, then what about the power absorbed by this? It is going to be reduced, because that's a resistor. The moment power absorbed electrically is reduced, automatically power conversion into heat energy will be reduced, or number of candelas output of light energy is going to be reduced. Now, my incandescent lamp, performance will be severely influenced by supply voltages or not. Yes. Now, let us think of induction motor. Okay, if you think of induction motor, if supply voltage is reduced, now I'll ask you a question, maybe you will get connected to. Okay, so means operating flux is directly proportional to V by F. Okay, now the moment voltage is reduced, automatically flux is going to be reduced. Why voltage is going to be reduced? Because of series impedance drop, RE2 XE2. Because of RE2 XE2 drop, automatically voltage is going to be reduced. If voltage is reduced, flux is going to be reduced. Okay, if flux is reduced, torque is directly proportional to pi I. Okay, now when flux is reduced, see here guys, when flux is reduced, then automatically can I say torque is going to be reduced? Can I say torque is going to be reduced? No, because torque requirement will be given by the mechanical load. You are not going to decide the torque required by the load. Okay, now torque requirement of the load will be decided by the load. From electrical terms, you need not decide that. Okay, now see here, the moment voltage is reduced, terminal voltage supplied to motor is reduced, induction motor, then operating flux is going to be reduced. When operating flux is reduced, then that particular torque will not be reduced. Okay, now means if at all, if I feel, if I assume that torque requirement of the load is constant, okay, if I say torque if I assume the load, okay, as torque requirement of the load is constant, the moment flux is reduced, current has to be, okay. Now because of voltage reduction, flux is going to be reduced. If I, what is, if flux is getting reduced, current will be shooted. Now that particular shooted current can go beyond rated condition, beyond rated current conditions. Under that conditions, induction motor is going to burn, induction motor is going to burn. Okay, see here, my distribution transformer is supplying power to all utilities, and all utilities performance will be severely influenced by voltage profile maintained or not. Now why do we, what is the need, what is the necessity, what is the purpose of defining voltage regulation? Because depending upon the voltage variations here, okay, because for my transformer I am going to have internal resistance and internal reactance. Now the moment it is loaded, automatically voltage drop will happen here. Okay, so E2 will be there here. E2 minus this particular voltage drop is going to be terminal voltage here, V2. Now depending upon terminal voltage variations, all of my utilities performance will be severely influenced. Okay, all my utilities performance will be severely influenced. That's why voltage regulation is very much important for distribution transformer. Now see here, why we need to analyze voltage regulation for power transformer or alternator? Because power transformer or alternator, we have to think in lines. Because power transformer or alternator, power transformer always almost operated full load because of huge diversification factor or because of huge catchment area. Okay, but if you think of what is alternator, alternator always work at full load. Now in alternator, internal impedance will be there, no? Okay, in alternator, internal impedance, okay, let me try it here. Okay, in alternator, internal impedance will be there here, single phase equivalent. Okay, at no load condition, some voltage is induced, and this is going to be terminal voltage. Okay, if this particular alternator is not loaded, then EF equal to VT. For example, if it is loaded, blue, if it is loaded, then voltage drop will be there here. Okay, because of the current. In our transformer, this is RE2, this is XE2, but in synchronous, it will be armature resistance and synchronous reactance. Forget about remaining. Now the moment load is connected, automatically voltage drop will come. So the moment voltage drop come into picture, this terminal voltage might reduce. Then what are you going to do? For this field is there, no? Field. Okay, so this is going to be field current at starting. Now the moment terminal voltage is reduced, in order to maintain terminal voltage constant, we are going to increase field current. The moment you increase field current, automatically EF will be increased, or automatically terminal voltage will be increased, such that at no load, if it is 11 kV, at full load also it is going to be 11 kV only. Okay, now means my terminal voltage variations are not going to happen for alternator. In that case, why to calculate voltage regulation? Two reasons. Because of two reasons, voltage regulation has to be calculated. For example, which color? Yellow. Okay, for example, this is alternator. Okay, now on this alternator, some fault occurred. Okay, so some fault occurred here. So the moment fault occurred, what my circuit breaker will do? Circuit breaker here. That circuit breaker is going to isolate this faulty section. Then my terminal voltage will be shooted or not. Okay, for example, see here, with white IF, internal induced voltage is 11 kV. At no load conditions, at no load condition, such that 11 kV is produced here. Okay, now with blue, it blew, this particular 11 kV, for example, is reduced by terminal because of the voltage drop here. For example, it is reduced to 6 kV. 6 kV, terminal voltage is reduced to 6 kV. Why? Because of the voltage drop here. Then with red condition, okay, with red condition, you are increasing field current. You are increasing field current such that my terminal voltage is going to be 11 kV only. 11 kV only. Field current is increased. Okay. Now this particular with under no load conditions, relax. Under no load conditions, with this IF 11 kV would come here. And the moment it is loaded, my terminal voltage is dropped to 6 kV. Now in order to compensate that, I am forced to increase my field current such that terminal voltage is 11 kV. Now with yellow what happened? Fault happens. Okay, fault occurred. So the moment fault occurred, immediately my circuit breaker is going to isolate faulty section. So the moment fault occurred, it is forced to operate at no load or not? It is forced to operate at no load or not? Yes. It is forced to operate at no load. Now at no load conditions, because the fault occurred, my alternator will become at no load. At no load. Now see the things. At this much field current 11 kV, and with this much same field current it is dropped. In order to compensate it, field current is increased at loaded condition. Now field current is increased, but my alternator is forced to become at no load condition because my this is disconnected. So the moment it is disconnected, my voltage is going to be shooted or not? That is going to be terminal voltage is going to be shooted or not? Yes. Terminal voltage is going to be shooted. Terminal voltage is going to be shooted. Now to that shooted terminal voltage, I have to design my insulation of this. I have to design my insulation of this or not? Yes. Okay. Voltage regulation in alternators has to be calculated to design insulation, because from load conditions to no load conditions, see here, from load conditions, from full load conditions to no load conditions, my terminal voltage is shooted. My terminal voltage is shooted. Okay. So voltage regulation should be defined for alternator or power transformer this way. That, okay, because for power transformer or alternator means my terminal voltage is going to be constant, independent of loading conditions. Because in power transformer we have taps, and for alternator we have field current. So by varying taps in power transformer or by varying field current in alternator, okay, we are going to maintain terminal voltage same. Now terminal voltage is going to be same, but why should I calculate voltage regulation? Yes, in order to design the insulation. Okay, in order to design the insulation, first thing. And second thing is, see here, why voltage regulation has to be calculated. Forget about the fault now. Forget about the fault. Okay. So even if you forget about the fault, when terminal voltage at no load is 11 kV, now at loaded conditions that is dropped to 6 kV, meaning that my field current has to be increased. To what value I should know? Okay. In order to design the field circuit, excitation circuit, or in order to design the area of cross section of field winding. Okay, because I should know to what maximum I have to increase IF, I should know. As per that only I'll be able to design field circuit.
It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging jet contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
Where you put your knowledge to test
and battle it out with the best.
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for jet till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
with detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack gate deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate gate challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now.